All right. Now that's everything all set up. Okay. Hey guys, RanterInShades here, exercise my first to memorize stream style. Been a while since I've done one of these streams, and since my birthday was yesterday, didn't get to come on here last night because I was over at my mom's for the night for dinner, and so I figured I'd do a stream right now since it's been a while. And yeah, let's go. There's no set discussion topic here. This is just going to be a nice little chill stream because, again, it's been a while since we've done one of these. If there's anything you got questions about, anything going on you want to know if I have any thoughts on, then you come to the right place. So, hello, I'm here. Happy late birthday, dude. Why aren't my messages showing up on your phone? What? There they are. I think messages show up on chat wall a minute later. Yeah, I guess there's a bit of a lag between the chat on the side and the chat that you see on the screen, something like that. You kind of had me kind of scratching my mind. Why aren't my messages showing up on your phone? I was like, are you trying to troll me into thinking that you're trying to hack my phone or something? But no, you're referring to the phone that's on the screen right there. So, okay. Yeah, I meant the chat wall. Okay, yeah. Thank you for clarifying. Happy late birthday. Thank you, Scarlett. I'm 28 right now, and not too sure how I feel about that, because I've kind of gone past the point where I kind of resent my birthday, where I just don't really enjoy it anymore, especially as I'm nearing the end of my 20s. I don't particularly enjoy that. The reason would be latency, yeah. I'm not really sure how to deal with the latency thing. I don't know if this is something I do in OBS or with the YouTube studio. What is your favorite and or least favorite album so far this year? The album that I have sitting at the top of my ranking, because I do this, every time something comes out that enters my iTunes. The one that's been at the top pretty consistently is the comeback album from Liquid Tension Experiment, a band that I put at number 2 on the list of bands I'd love to see reunite video I made a number of years ago. And so, obviously, I got very, 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 very excited when I heard that they were finally working on a third album. And so I'm like, yes, please. Least favorite, I would have to say, and I feel bad saying this, A, because last weekend I actually saw them live, and B, because I view them as one of the probably perfect bands I can think of. The new album, From a Day to Remember. That album was a major, major, major letdown. I don't think it was shit, but it was such a disappointment that kind of just lingered on. And so it's like the one thing I think of when I think of albums that I just genuinely really did not like a lot. Um, Favorite and or least favorite song so far this year? If you're talking about the stuff for best and worst songs, I think I know what's going to be number one this year. I don't want to spoil it. I might have a good idea of what might be number one on worst songs, but we'll just have to wait until the year-end chart drops in the beginning of December, which is when I begin working on those videos. What is your favorite and or... Oh, wait, I read that one. Your thoughts on Young Gravy, you don't know what that is. Hey, Shady, happy birthday, bro. Any good gifts you got? Not exactly. The one standout thing I got was Santana's Supernatural on CD, which is, in my opinion, the greatest comeback album of all time. And it's ranked pretty high in my favorite albums of 1999. I think it might be at like number 3. Let me look at this. Yearly album rankings. Command F, 1999. Yeah, it's number 3, with number 2 being Make Yourself by Incubus, and number 1 being Metropolis Part 2, Scenes from a Memory from Dream Theater. Do I like movies? Yeah. I don't really talk about them a lot on my channel. I like to consider myself a pretty casual... can have a pretty good discussion about, some movies. Am I a wrestling fan? No. I know some things about wrestling because, a number of bands I'm into have had music that were featured as, themes for wrestling and whatnot. There are some names I can name, but other than that, no. I cannot in good faith because I don't watch it. It's not really something I'm interested in. And yeah, it's one of those things where I feel like it would be kind of a hassle to learn up on the lore. And hefty amounts of lore has always been kind of a turnoff for me with entertainment. So, since you're of Jewish heritage, how was your bar mitzvah when your parents officially declared you as dumb man? It was okay. It was a pretty nice experience and whatnot. There was a lot of preparation. The party was okay. I remember there was one part there where the drum set that I've shown in some videos that is at this moment in time stored at my mom's. I got those drums for my bar mitzvah, and there was one part of the party where I played the drums. The song I played, it's from one of my brother's video games. It was MVP Baseball 2004, I think it was. The song was Please by Maxine. Really cool pop-punk song. Look it up. It rips. Basically, the new A Day to Remember album is the album equivalent of Chinese Democracy. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good comparison. An album that you're really excited for because of... I don't know. For Guns N' Roses, it was... It was with how huge of a gap between albums it was, because I think the last thing they put out was... Before that was the Spaghetti Incident. But with A Day to Remember, their last album before this was in 2016, and I thought that album was okay. But the new album was just delayed and delayed and delayed for I think 2 years. And you're hoping it's because they're wanting to really make this exceptionally awesome and whatnot, but no, it's just much poppier and the weakest thing that they've ever done. Of course he likes movies. Do you not see his collection? Yeah, I've shown my my huge movie collection in the room tour videos that I've done. I haven't shown the actual movies in there, but it's enough to fill 3 veering into 4 big disc books. So yeah, a number of those are stuff I really need to watch sometime, and I've just been sort of preoccupied with other things. Sometimes I think about a New Year's resolution being to watch one of those movies a night all year, but it would take over a year to do that. But it still sounds like a pretty interesting thing to do. First time watching a video of his. Really? Okay. Engage is here. Sweet. Do you have a crush on a cartoon character? I did. I'm not really sure I want to talk about it. The most I will say is I might or might not have made a reference to this character in a video before. Speaking of Santana, heard of Mexican rock band Mana, since they did a song with Santana for the former Supernatural album. Oh yeah. I don't really know much about them other than that, but is there a YouTuber you want to collaborate with? Well, yeah, there's quite a lot that I think would be pretty fun to collab with. ARTV is someone I just want to talk pop punk with. And I wish I had gotten to do a more formal collab with CKN before he retired video making. But, you know, if I ever did a stream with him, that would be pretty cool, actually. Donda or CLB? Neither. Because I don't like Kanye or Drake. OK Human or Van Weezer? Van Weezer. Wheezy or Wheezy? God damn it. Ugh. And not to bring any negativity, but am I the only one who thought that Drake and Josh, especially in the 4th season, was mean-spirited and nasty? Like Battle of Panthahar was downright awful. That's the one where they break into that party to steal back an autographed copy of Abbey Road. There are only like maybe a few episodes from the last season of Drake and Josh that I really like at all. It's mainly the first 3 that I really enjoy. Shades is not Atticus levels of being a film geek, but he does like film. Yeah, Atticus is a major film buff as well as a documentary and history buff and whatnot. Dude can give massive lectures. It's why I've always told him he should be a history teacher. Have I been to the movie theater lately? No. I think I might have said this somewhere before. The last movie I ever saw in a theater that was back in 2017, and it was when I saw Coco. That's how out of it I am with, keeping up with movies. What is your favorite and or least favorite movie this year? No idea. I don't think I've seen anything this year. There's stuff I've heard about that I want to see, that I've made note for on here. I don't think I have anything from this year written down for stuff that I want to check out or anything. Knowing your love of pop punk, I'm curious what your thoughts on skate punk are, i.e. bands like Bad Religion and NoFX, since it exists in this awkward middle zone between hardcore and pop punk. Yeah, some of them lean more towards hardcore, others lean more towards pop punk. But yeah, I do dig me skate punk. Strung Out is one of my favorite punk bands of all time. They're a band that is like very speedy and very fast, and I've always really enjoyed that about them. I want to see Venom Let There Be Carnage soon. Speaking of bar mitzvahs, what is your favorite cartoon Jews? To me, Tommy Pickles, Ron Stoppable, and Isabella from Phineas and Ferb. Well, if you've seen my Hey Arnold video, I think you know what the answer to that question is going to be. DC or Marvel, I don't really care about either of them. Mainstream or indie, little bit of it's kind of a mix of both. I don't really like acting like an indie buff or anything like that. But, there's a lot of I talk mostly about mainstream stuff on this channel, so fourth season was a bit off. You can really tell this is referring to Drake and Josh. You can kind of tell, because I think I remember at that point, like, both Drake and Josh were wanting to, break out of this Nickelodeon mold and do bigger things with their careers. And, Josh did kind of get to do that. He's been in some pretty big stuff. Like, one movie I know he was in, well, there's actually two I'm thinking of right now. One was Drillbit Taylor. He was like the bad guy's sidekick in that movie. And the movie Danny Collins, where he plays a bellhop that the main character sets up with the receptionist. Original book or movie adaptation. I don't really enjoy books, so the latter. Last film I saw in theater was Joker. Most anticipated music from musicians this year. I mean, again, I keep very close track of stuff coming out from bands I'm interested in following and all that. This week, what do we got? We got the double release from Devin Townsend, the new Trivium, Gus G, and a band that definitely comes highly recommended from me, this band called The Omnific, which is made up of 2 bass players and a drummer. And they play, very proggy, genty stuff, just with bass. So check them out. Joker was excellent. Naz from Ed, Edd n Eddy is Jewish. Really? Was there a reference to that I'm just not remembering? One topic that would be perfect for the death metal historian is the story of NXIVM, pronounced Nexium, a cult that combined a pyramid scheme with an abusive sex cult. As for DC vs. Marvel, DC has better villains, Marvel has better heroes. Obviously, there are exceptions, but that's just how I feel about it. Happy late birthday, Shades, cool. Red Dawn, cameos in Big Bang Theory. I know Josh went on to be Eddie in the Ice Age films. Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah. The other one, I think, was played by Sean William Scott. Don't forget, Josh Peck is in the Turner and Hooch TV series on Disney+. I don't really watch it. I don't watch Disney+, so, hey, good for him. Naz's last name, Van Franenscheer. Sounds kind of Dutch. The Virgin 9-string Genter versus the Chad bass straight into guitar amp Chonky Tone Boy. I guess you could say that about Omnific. Also, am I the only one who thought it was funny when official GATG made Great American Demise to celebrate the cancellation of American Idol, only for the latter to return on TV? That is unfortunate. I don't really find it funny. I just found it to be really unfortunate. But that series was very well-intentioned. American Idol is still a thing. Apparently. I don't really think it should be a thing anymore. And especially because I have no idea if anybody even still really cares about American Idol at all. But apparently it's still a thing. Also, did you hear what happened to Alex Jones? His empire's officially crumbling down. I think I remember him coming up sometime in the past week. I forget why. But I think it had something to do with the Sandy Hook thing. But yeah, no politics, please. But woo, Alex Jones is no longer going to be relevant. He's still going to be a meme, though. You can't stop that. And why would you want to stop that? In our hearts, he is still breaking the conditioning. Ha ha ha! Most I really thought of Alex Jones is that he's loony, but really funny, and not someone to really take all that seriously. American Idol sucks. America's Got Talent replaced it. Yeah, I've always sort of felt America's Got Talent was the thing that ended up kind of overshadowing it as time went on. Because I just associate American Idol just with the mid to late 2000s. And that's really it. Like, after that, I stopped hearing about it. I've got to unload the dishwasher and get in the shower. I'll be back in about half an hour. All right. I actually was just washing dishes before getting things ready over here. Alex Jones funny meme. I'm cool with memes. The guardian of straight frogs everywhere. He saved those frogs' life. There was that one funny AF music project. With that said, the topic of Alex Jones should now go the way of the dodo. Yeah. There's only really so much I'm able to really joke about with Alex Jones. So, yeah. Him harassing the mourning parents was fucked. Yeah, I think that was what I was referring to with the Sandy Hook thing. Stout's feelings towards American Idol is how I feel towards AGT. And honestly, I just feel that they pick AGT winner based on who has the better sob story. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of funny you mentioned that, because I posted this on my fan page the other day. I just got into Mike the Snare, and a video I was watching of his the other day was his video about the music that defined the 2000s, and he had spent a bit of time talking about American Idol and the role it kind of played, and how a big thing that really popularized that was the sort of drama that was kind of tied to the show. Um, just got my haircut. Cool. I remember Muse used to actually have a really great video about American Idol, and the thing that I always remember from it was the part where he talked about how pointless the show is, in the sense that all you need to do to really get a career is just be on the show, and someone will see potential in you and get you signed and whatnot. You don't even need to win, so what's the point? Because even when you do win, a lot of the time, the runner-ups or the people that, weren't, finalists and whatnot, they end up having the bigger careers and whatnot. I like to discover music on my own without watching shows. Yeah. Like, I have my ways of finding out about music. I was actually watching the newest video from Wyatt X Him earlier today, talking about how he discovers music, and I brought up my first impressions live video, and how that's like my favorite way to get into to discover new artists is by seeing them open at a show. X Factor, that's another one. Also, not to sound redundant, but I feel Blue Magus is now an officially dead channel, as he lost many subs and has been making huge waves lately. I think he's trying to focus more on reviews, and, me being somebody that isn't a gamer, or a comic buff or anything like that, it's not really stuff that I'm really in the know about. But since he is somebody that I consider one of the most talented people in the community, I always want to show support for him, but I wish he would be more active, certainly. Yeah, I didn't really like how he deleted a lot of his best videos as well, especially that one about March Aridin. I thought that was a really great breakdown. I usually discover music through Last.fm or Google search. There's this one vid I saw a while back where someone went over the entire contract you have to sign to appear on the show. Some of the terms/conditions are beyond retarded, I imagine. There's probably a lot of clearance forms and whatnot. I found new music because of the YouTube algorithm. Seriously, I found gems because they just showed up in my algorithm. Usually the way I find out about music is either through a channel that I watch, or someone shares them on Facebook, or one of my buddies sends me a YouTube link, and that buddy is usually Stout. That's usually how it goes, along with, going to concerts and, a band making a really good impression there. But yeah, the YouTube algorithm can be functional sometimes. I'll DM the vid covering the AGT contract to you. All right. All right, see your DM, and I know it says Britain's Got Talent, but same difference. All right, I'll open these in a new tab for later. Happy B-Day. Thank you, Mr. the Death Metaler. Oh yeah, and today's the 1-year anniversary of Eddie Van Halen's passing. I actually, when I was looking in Facebook memories, I saw the post I made about that, where I showed a video clip of when I saw Van Halen in 2012, and I took a video of when Eddie played Eruption, because of course I'm going to want a clip of that. That's like the one thing I'm really going to want to hold on to. You know, and David Lee Roth was actually very entertaining for his age at the time and whatnot. You know, he joked a lot with the audience. But yeah, that was a really major thing last year, because this is basically a person that really had a profound influence on my music taste, if you really think about it. Because, you know, I know it's kind of debatable if they really fall into this genre. I label Van Halen as glam because they have the sound that I associate with that genre. And they were basically the band that kind of got me into it, because I was very, you know, taken aback by the guitar work. And, you know, since I enjoy really crazy guitar work, I sort of see Van Halen as kind of integral to that. So, yeah, that's the kind of impact that they had on me. I had to wrestle a Hydra just to get here. It ain't a RanterInShades live stream without some reference to Hercules. Slowed Dance the Night Away. F in the chat. But yeah, like, Eddie was like a major game changer, because when you think about the greatest guitarists of the 70s, some names that come to mind are, you know, Tony Iommi, as well as Ritchie Blackmore, Jimmy Page, Tom Scholz, Michael Schenker in UFO. Some other ones. Peter Frampton. Number of others. But there was never really a player like Eddie beforehand. And that's what's kind of crazy to think about with the impact that Van Halen made on music. Yeah, they laid out the aesthetic, but more importantly than that, you know, They had the attitude and they had the sound. They had the kind of guitar tone and drum sound that a bunch of bands in the 80s really wanted to emulate. They all wanted their own Eddie Van Halen. And, there's a reason there's a joke about this in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure about how Wild Stallions will never be a amazing band if we don't recruit Eddie Van Halen on guitar. But we can't recruit Eddie Van Halen on guitar if we don't have a triumphant video. But how can we have a triumphant video if we don't know how to really play? But that's why we need Eddie Van Halen on guitar. A certain dog. No, leave him in the doghouse. Yep, Europe were one of the bands that, really wanted to take on, that kind of big sound. Frampton Comes Alive is a record that's clearly in everyone's record collection, including mine. That's one of the vinyls that I have. And I really like that I have it. It is my second favorite live album after... I think I talked about this in that Mary Spender video I made. My favorite live album... It's an album that not a lot of people know about. And I have this one on vinyl, too. It's a live collaboration between Jeff Beck and the Jan Hammer Group, where you get some really weird, jazz fusion. And it's honestly kind of wild. Don't take away my Ozzy or Iggy Pop, damn it. Yeah. I guess Iggy Pop is sort of veering towards, towards the end of the line. That would be unfortunate. Ozzy somehow finds a way to always just say fuck you to death. Which, honestly, kind of blows my mind. Like, I always, every time I see some article about Ozzy getting sick, everyone always gets really worried, but somehow he always prevails. And Alice Cooper, yeah, that would be fucked as well. Also, speaking of which, remember Tyler Preston 20. Remember that he got recognition in the ranch community, but then faded into obscurity and also lost many subs as well. He was somebody that I unsubbed from because, if I'm being honest, his videos were kind of really, really, really boring. What happened with him is he got terminated and created a new channel, but then, hardly anybody, was watching his videos and whatnot, and I think I just mentioned what the reason of that was, but yeah. No disrespect to him, because I used to think his videos were okay, but yeah. I have the album Metal Health on vinyl, along with Teaser and the Firecat, Quiet Riot, and Cat Stevens. Metal Health would be pretty cool to own on vinyl. Ozzy Will Never Die, and let's keep it that way. The sad reality is that all these names just simply can't be around forever. All life is finite, no matter how talented. Not in the world of Futurama. I will never forget meeting Alice Cooper. Yeah. I think Melly said something about meeting him as well, but yeah. I did hear about Alice Cooper like golfing in my hometown, but that's like the closest I ever came to meeting him. Um, when it comes to Canada, who would you say are your favorite Canadian musicians and bands? Well, Rush easily. Silver, Sum 41 that come to mind. Yeah, I remember that was kind of an issue with the last stream as well, which I keep forgetting to make public again. I'm not gonna talk about why, because I don't want to bring attention to it, but maybe I will make a mental note to take care of that soon. But I remember, I think what was going on with that was the stream is better if I just don't use the dual screen and just stay on the laptop. Now it's saying chat disconnected again. Frickin'. And since Halloween is coming, what would you say are the creepiest or even scariest music videos you've ever seen? I'm not sure if I can get better signal. Happy birth. Thank you. If Christmas doesn't fuck, I am blasting Kidnap the Santa Claus. And now, because Christmas is mentioned, I now have 12 Days of Heavy Metal Christmas stuck in my head. It doesn't feel like the time for that. This is why you don't speed type people. Korn covered it. Nightmare Before Christmas. The Korn cover of Word Up. Seriously, imagine you're a kid and you see the dog with a person's mouth via CGI. Ah, yes, Merry Xmas by Ice Nine Kills. Another song from the Christmas Songs video. I can't help it. Yes, you can. Super pumped for the new album since Corpse Grinder is in it. Yep. October is kind of jam-packed with big releases. Your mistletoe is no match for my toe missile. Santa Claus, probably. Silent Night, Deadly Night, Garbage Day, an actual honest to God line in the sequel. Silent Night, Photo Night, Cries in Corner for Alexi. Yep. That's another big loss. I prefer those skeleton props around Halloween with the pet skelly dogs. Yeah. Alexi Leho really surprised me when he passed because that was just really unexpected. Yeah, I woke up, heard the news before my workout, and just started crying. I remember you were a major wreck that day. Surprised I kept it together. Still, it sucks so much. Hmm. Ever seen Geography Now? Nope. I need to do a walk tomorrow since it's day off. Cool. How's everyone? Just chilling. There's one question that remains, that being, do you accept the one true Lord Emperor Johannes Krauser II as your savior? No. I'm here, but I have a virtual class right now. Access came in the chat, just like how I got busted watching your videos in class in high school. Wow. It's a great YouTube channel about learning on different countries. Any countries I want to visit? Sweden, definitely. Germany, I think I'd also enjoy. Countries I want to visit are Germany, Turkey, and South Korea. And hello, evil gangster. Is there a past live concert you watched on YouTube? No. I am not really interested in, live streaming concerts. Just not really something that I'm really all that into. Even if I don't go to any more concerts this year due to postponements, I at least can cherish the fact that I completed the Big Four of thrash metal before it happened again. Congratulations on that. I've only had one postponing, well, technically three, this year. Hopefully it stays that way. For me, Scandinavia, Denmark, Sweden. Denmark is not Scandinavian. You're thinking of Finland! Is the place/countries I'd like to visit the most if you ask me. For me, Poland, just to see our Discord's Krauser. That being my long-anticipated Megadeth concert back in September that I craved to see just so I can have that milestone. Judas Priest, Dream Theater, and Testament were recently postponed, but Opeth is still up in the air for now. Cool. The concert I just recently had postponed was Architects. The other ones for this year that I have on deck are Belmont and Evanescence, both taking place in December. For me is the following: Canada, Mexico, probably visiting tomorrow, Norway, Sweden, Finland, gotta watch out for a certain troll with a bent dick. If I was to go traveling, probably Czech Republic, Polska, the fatherland, Ireland, motherland, Brazil, Chile, Argentina. The concert I wanted to go to, Trivium, Lamb of God, Megadeth, was postponed. That is the show that Space Metal is alluding to up there. And I personally didn't really feel all that strongly about that tour because I've seen Megadeth and Trivium twice. And I think Hatebreed was on the bill, and I'm just not really big on Hatebreed. And Lamb of God, I'm just not even sure if I want to see without Chris Adler on drums, because that was like a big turnoff for me, because he's one of my favorite drummers. I'm at next year for Mexico. You said tomorrow. I'm like, whoa. But if Chuck Billy can survive open heart surgery for his cancer, Richie will be A-okay. Oh, Greenland. Greenland used to be part of Denmark. Why is this squeaking so much? Art Cruz is a good replacement, but I agree and I love and miss Chris. Yeah, I mean, the last album was good. You know, wasn't bad at all. But yeah, I do miss Chris Adler. I'll say it to you as well, Addie, this is why you don't speed type. Going silent, back to class now. If it's squeaking, it probably needs lubrication. What do I use for that? Oh, and Iceland. There's one reason and one reason only. Well, actually, technically two reasons to go to Iceland, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows what that is. Following Netherlands again, England, Iceland, Faroe Isles, Russia, Strays, New Zealand, Hungary, Slovenia, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Romania. The Wang Museum, yes, that is an actual thing. Mm-hmm. Diodario offers lubrication spray tubes, otherwise there are other options. I'll DM what I find. Okay. I want to be far away from people, blag. I have many reasons for Iceland. Hot springs, Einstock, other beers, the waterfalls, getting my ass whooped by the strongman. And you're forgetting a certain movie fan. I've been to Europe, though, once when I was 10, mostly Belgium and northern France, but I was also in Germany for the Europa Park amusement park, and I was in an airport in Britain as well for a bit. The Icelandic people still snap at you like a twig. I'm back. Since I mentioned Turkey, would you visit? I don't know. I know I wanted you to fill that in, but I will never see Britain. Peru for South America. Evil Gangster. The Brit Isles is England, Wales, Scotland, and Ireland. Who's addicted to speed typing? Hard to break shades. My reason for wanting to go to Czech Republic is because kolaches. Also because ancestor stuff and heritage. I think it'd be interesting. But one country in Europe that is super underrated is Bulgaria. France and Deutschland would be on my list too. France especially for certain TDMH episode. Kolaches are a pastry that can be sweet and savory, just in case anyone didn't know. Correction, Addy, it's Northern Ireland. Ireland is its own place. Sometimes I feel heavy. Also, did you guys know that Turkey is also the birthplace of the essential metal instrument that is the cymbal? Or I don't feel light. If you feel heavy, Chels, that's called gravity. Yeah, the CR is an amazing place. Also, they're bringing out a new extreme subgenre, new beatdown. Basically, rap, new metal, slam. I recommend Silent Generation and No Face, No Case. I'm not sure. That sounds like something I'd like. Sounds like a bit much. Gravity is an interesting and fickle thing. I blame gravity in my belly. Speaking of music, do you like funk music, as in George Clinton and Rick James? Yeah, a little bit. What do we got in here? I know for like funk metal, you got Rage Against the Machine and Primus and Living Colour. Clutch, there's another one. But Dirty Loops is a band that's really funky and cool. Galactic is another one. Jamiroquai, that's one of my favorites. And this band I got suggested, I mainly checked them out because of their name, Stoop Kids. But they're a pretty solid thing. Plays come out, ye black and tans. DM'd you my findings regarding your squeaky trem arm issue. Yeah, like maybe like one of my guitars needs to be taken in for a truss rod adjustment. I'll probably ask about something for the whammy over here. Basically, if Death Grips were a hardcore metal band. Only Shades can boss us around. I wouldn't put it like that. Or correct. Nobody puts Shades in a corner. He'll play your ear off. No Face, No Case sold me when they had the frontman from Within Destruction and Distant on track No Hope. It slapped. I recently managed to help a buddy out with getting his own 7-string. Nice. On break, next concert goal, see the following live: Malevolent Creation, Obituary, Ah, you're making a reference to that one part in the dramatic reading. Ah. You can do that. And I, meanwhile, will make a point to see Nelson and Pretty Boy Floyd to complete another meme from that video. I'm going to see Dying Fetus and Swallow the Sun next month. Hearing some shit outside now. Death unfortunately cannot happen unless if I can look up where the Still Live members are doing nowadays. I know Cynic is a band that is on that list. Still want to see 1940. Oh, you spoiled fuckface Atticus. I already got my bundle set. Swallow the Sun is playing on my birthday. R.I.P. Sean. Yep. It's buffering. Ugh. Both were death metal musicians that were gay and in many ways paved the way to be LGBT in the metal scene. I suppose. I mean, there were definitely gay people in metal before them, but yeah. Chadwell's The Damned, Richard Christie, I'll have to look into for the final death lineup. That's always a cool solo. Christie was on the last Death album. Great drummer who voiced in Rick and Morty. I've already seen Testament in regards to Steve DiGiorgio. Slash, getting some serious lag spikes. Also saw Silosis and Decapitated on the same bill. Silosis is major swell. Ugh.